Hey, all right. Welcome back to another episode of Spin That Wax. We got Zach down there. We got Maiden over here. And it's another episode. We are in February, and it is Ballads. How you guys doing?
Perfect.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, baby. It is February. The rodent says we have 6 more weeks of winter, so screw that thing.
I know that Puxatawny Pete number 85.
No, it
I'm starting to
never
think
goes.
this, dude, like the NFL, I'm starting to think this is rigged. But
That's
Anyone
right. A lot
trust
of
Prince
things,
Phil
right?
anymore? What
It's
kind of world
a
is
Truman
this?
Show.
dude, I'm telling you, if you showed up at a party with Groundhog Day is rigged, people would be like, dude, you have questions. I have a lot of questions about this. But I might.
Awesome.
It still might happen.
Well, this is the second episode of Ballads in this month of February, month of love. And so ballads don't necessarily have to be love songs. So they just necessarily have to tell a story, I do believe. And so it can be a wide range of variety there. So I'm excited to see what kind of ballads you two chose today.
Well, if I would have known that, I would have chose Sarah from Starship. Sarah. No, I'm kidding. I hate that song. I hate that song so much. But yeah, no, I got a cool pick that it was again, I don't know why, but the randoms are falling out. They're just going, show me. And so here we are. That's what I have.
Yeah.
Completely not what I had picked when I talked to Zach earlier the week.
Right. And not 10 minutes after we finished recording last time, I found my pick for this week.
Awesome.
It just happened to be.
It's
awesome.
serendipity.
Indeed.
Sweet. Well, let's get this thing going. I believe I'm first this week.
You are, sir.
Okie dokie. Let me. I got a new camera, so let me swap this around.
You get the nod, man.
Wait.
I'm learning. It has to go backwards from what I think.
Yeah. There.
I was trying to get both of them.
I saw that. We're doing
the debut of the new camera, by the way.
New camera reveal. And there we go. We get a little light on the subject. We got Johnny Cash. And this is the full album, but the song I chose off of it is Ghost, Riders in the Sky.
Ooh,
That's a great one.
Yeah, down. Yeah, and you know what? I have a couple of hundred Johnny records. I do not have that one. So that's a pretty tricky one to find. I've never seen that record before.
That is good.
So this one is very cool. I did not do a whole lot of research on this one because I just barely picked it probably like 5 minutes before we got going here today. And so this one still has some sleeve on it, but it's very worn. It is somebody is well loved, I guess. So we got songs on here. It doesn't have, let's see here if we can see them here. It says the L and N don't stop here anymore. Let me adjust this camera to.
It might be on the songs. Might be on the label too, because it's the reflection, eh? With that,
because it's silver.
That plastic and the silver.
Let's see. There's that. There we go. And the label is.
Yeah, that might be easier to see.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Testing this out today. Sorry. Thank you for
there it is.
Patience here today. There we go.
Yeah,
there it is.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
The L and N don't stop here anymore. Lonesome to the bone. Bull Rider. I'll say it's true. And Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Yeah.
Say it's true. With the Possum, with George Jones, let's go.
Yeah, and that's on the 6 Eye label, the Red Columbia 6 Eye label. That's nice. Those are iconic songs. Cocaine Blues, especially.
Yeah.
And then we got Muddy Waters, West Canterbury Subdivision Blues. Lately, I've been leaning towards the blues. I'm going to sit on the porch and pick my old guitar.
Yeah, what an album.
Yeah, that is 1975. Okay, I need to track this down.
It says 9 on here. 1970.
Oh yeah.
1979. Okay, thanks, Tim. I'm
Yeah.
gonna write this down, and because I don't have this one, and I need it.
And
Because
you were saying something about the corners, the rounded corners. This one has the rounded corners on the paper.
Yeah.
So last
Perfect.
week you were mentioning something about that. So
yeah, those are great because they made it easier to get them in back into the sleeves, and that stopped it from getting worn, right? So, it's cool.
But
yeah, there's
have to
my
say,
pick.
that song, Ghost Riders in the Sky, is just a great song.
Oh,
No
it
matter
is,
who's
man.
covered it, it's been great.
It is.
Oh yeah, and every time I think of like long skies in Texas,
Yeah.
I think of Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Oh yeah.
Or like the plains or the Continental Divide or any of that. I think of that's the song I think of for some reason.
100%.
And I live in Canada, so that tells you, right? That's pretty cool. And not only that, when he did it with the Highwaymen,
Yes,
Willie would sometimes sing with them as well.
Yes, Willie. He also played guitar in it, and it was really good. I like that. That's the version I listened to before coming on here today.
Yes.
Really good.
Yeah, I love that. I'm glad they captured that on YouTube. That whole show from the Highwaymen back in the early 80s or early 90s.
Wasn't there more than just Willie with them at one point? Didn't Chris Christopherson or something like that with them?
Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings.
Yes, that's the other one I was thinking of.
And Willie.
What a group.
And Waylon's another one of Waylon's band members, one of Johnny's drummers, and the bass player. I can't remember who's played with all kinds of guys. Waylon and Willie, like the outlaw country guys back in those Lubbock, Texas days. Yeah. Like some serious stuff.
Let me see if I can't get this to focus a little bit. It says has some info on the song here on this version. Let me see if it'll work. I'm not sure if it will today.
Oh yeah, it's coming in.
It
takes a second. Yeah. Just give it a second. There it goes.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, okay. There we go.
I don't know if you guys can read that or not, but
yeah, Earl Ball plays the piano.
Yep.
Who played the drums? Holland, H.S. Holland.
Yeah.
But there also has
background vocals.
I need that.
Has June Carter on there as well?
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I saw June Carter on there.
Ironic, isn't it, boys?
Indeed.
What a cool pick.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That was back when Johnny was happier. The last year after June Carter passed, he was like, he did not look good.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's my pick for this week. What do you guys got? Who's up next?
Okay,
Maiden,
for my All right, let me switch. Let's switch cameras over here, and I will show what I have. There. So this actually could have been random, or the ballad. Actually, it just fell out when I picked out the random because I wanted to just be completely random this week, and well, it turned out to be just serendipity. So I will show you what I got. So bear with me a moment, and I will bring up my notes, which I have, which is pretty cool. All right. So how many of anybody's heard of the band New England? Has anybody heard of the band New England? Yes or no?
No.
Nope.
They were out in 1979. They had a song called I Don't Want to Lose Ya. It's one of these one-hit wonder type deals.
Mm-hmm. I can honestly say I have never heard of them.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up close. So we're gonna highlight Neil Diamond there in the background. He's lurking and looking at you longingly with his eyes.
Oh man, it's like
that's horrible. I know that's nightmare fuel, but I'm sorry, but anyways, let's get back to this.
Back to the record.
New England here, there. That's better. No, then you get Owen. Okay, well, this isn't going to work. There we
Yeah.
go. We'll just do this. There we go. So New England, I Don't Want to Lose You, reached number 40 in the Billboard's Top 100. It was actually a side project by Kiss's manager Bill O'Coin and Paul Stanley. Paul Stanley helped produce and helped record this album. A lot of people don't know that the Kiss guys back in the late 70s and early 80s gave other bands a lot of chance to kind of get a leg in the door or foot in the door, so to speak, in playing. They actually opened for Kiss as well, but they were from Boston. They were made up of Johnny Fannin, Jimmy Waldo, Gary Shea, and Hirsch Gardner. And they went on to tour with Kiss. I think it was in the 79-80 tour. But then they sort of fell in between the cracks. And after their third record, Walking Wild in 81, the band broke up and then went on to join Vinnie Vincent in a band called Warrior. And then Vinnie left them to join Kiss. Kind of comes full circle. And then the rest of the guys went on to another band after that. But this was their big hit. Don't Want to Lose You. It was a ballad. It's one of those melodic-y rock, late 70s power ballads, a la Doobie Brothers or whatever. You can see it's got the Rocksteady label, which is Bill O'Coin's production company that was part of Casablanca Records. It is a promo, and it's a white label. So you see here, promo not for sale. The Affinity Records, which is a sort of an independent record. They helped the downfall or contribute to the downfall of the band because after Walking Wild, they went bankrupt. And that sort of forced their hand, in other words. But this one here has the short and the long version. So there's the long version here on this side, and then the short version on this side. So this is a radio copy. So this was given to the radio stations going, hey, play our band, play our record,
That's cool.
Check these guys out, sort of deal.
It's interesting. Up until you said it, I did not see that the label actually said produced by Paul Stanley.
Yeah, it's cool.
I didn't notice it until you said it. I was like, oh my God, it's been right there the whole time.
Yeah, and actually it's mentioned in the book as well, Paul's book and Gene's, because it became a sore spot for them. That Paul was sort of working on side projects and not really focusing on Kiss, and then sort of turned into Gene not helping during Asylum. And of course, there's a big thing. A lot of stuff happened with Kiss behind the scenes people don't really know about. But yeah, this was a cool sort of one-hit wonder that came out at the time in 1979 during the time of Dynasty.
Man,
I Was Made for Loving You.
I've never heard that song before.
Yeah, it's a cool one. So that fell out, and that could have been the random because my original choice was not chosen, and we'll see it another day.
Right.
Nice. Good pick.
Thank you.
Very good.
That's kind of fun.
Alrighty, Deck. You're up next.
Well, like you, I went the album, but we're going to pick one song out of it. Let us go back to 1983, although this is the second release, 1984. You got to go.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Purple Rain. In this one, like I said, it's the second one the second printing because it has When Doves Cry on it. But obviously, the pick I went for is the titular song. Yep, let's go.
There you go.
Yeah. I love this album.
It's a great album. We got not the non-rounded corners. What do we got here? The Warner Brothers label.
Yes. And what's cool is on this, you can see I have the rose as well on the cassette.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And this has Doves Cry on it as well. I love it.
Yeah.
Man.
Which was the early 1984 printing. And then, because I was digging, I did not know, you probably knew, both of you guys probably knew that Purple Rain was originally written as a country song.
It was, yeah.
I did not know that.
Then he reached out to, I think, Stevie Nicks to write the lyrics. But then I guess she said she felt overwhelmed with the pressure of doing it, so she couldn't do it. And then I think, didn't he do everything on Purple Rain?
Yeah.
like sang it, played all the instruments.
Yes,
Awesome.
that was what I had read. Yeah,
And good luck trying to read that.
Like, I think it was either FTP or For the Polls, Steve, or potentially was Ken mentioned that he was probably the best guitar player ever of that time.
Yeah.
From that time, 80 to 85, 90, like he was the best of that time.
The man was a prodigy, a modern prodigy.
He was.
Man, he mastered, and on top of that, from everybody I know that went to any of his shows, he was the ultimate showman.
Oh yeah,
that would be so cool to see him live. Or
so
would have
been. Yeah, he was the combination of everything. Incredibly, like, god tier talented musician and ultimate level performer.
Yeah,
it's a once in a lifetime combo.
Crazy. Yeah, it was. I agree. He really was one of the best.
I heard he had a crazy studio, like a insane recording studio in his house.
Oh, and
that would be awesome to see. I would love to see that.
That would not surprise me with that man.
Yeah, no, amazing talent. What a choice.
Yeah,
I'd love to find that on vinyl and find an
I'll keep an eye out. If I ever run across another one, I'll let you know. Because I got this in the flea market, baby. Flea market.
Yeah. Flea market finds, man. I love them.
I have seen a new one of it at Walmart. And it's got like a colored album on it, like a colored vinyl and stuff like that.
It's purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I want to pick that one up. It looks so good.
It does look pretty cool. Yeah.
It does. Yeah. No, it's one of those ones that age better over time. It was a massive hit then, but it could have been a massive one-hit wonder, kind of like, whatever, like Don't Want to Leave You. Or it aged over time where it became, it stood on its own. It stands forever. It's one of the best albums of the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, released nowadays, it would still kill.
Oh, dude. Like,
didn't he play that in the Super Bowl, that Purple Rain, In the Rain? Or what was the song that he played at the Super Bowl?
Oh God, I can't remember now.
I can't remember. All I remember, he was playing it in the rain. Like,
I think it was Purple Rain.
It was awesome. Like that show was the best of all. Like,
that was one of the best halftime shows I've ever seen.
Oh yeah. I just looked it up, fellas, because I couldn't remember. It was Let's Go Crazy and Purple Rain, and it was in the 2007 Super Bowl at Dolphin Stadium.
That's right. It was the one in Miami.
Yeah,
that was good.
Well done.
That was a good one.
I forgot about that because after a while, all those Super Bowl shows sort of become. You only remember last year's one.
Wasn't last year Snoop?
Yeah, Dr. Dre and all those guys.
Yeah, okay.
They had the house, and they were all like living in the.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw two of them, and I can only remember one of them.
Yeah, Dr. Dre and Snoopy D and Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah.
Yes, Eminem.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is rando pick time. So I guess back up to rando pick. All right. Let's see here. Let's bring over the box. Scoot it
box
over. And I'm not looking. And grab. Huh. Okay. All right. Let me get this.
The one you were looking for earlier.
Right. I wish. Let's see. Here we go.
And El Paso. Blah 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 blah.
And
I had to do.
Oh, look at that.
We get Willie Nelson.
God damn. This guy's going all out
of a fighter.
Man.
There it is. Random pick right there, right in the middle of the box.
Talk about a random pick that's a massive tie-in.
Yeah.
Right? Got Lone Star Records down there in the corner. I'm kind of thinking this was used, or might have been. I've seen like on some used records, they'll like clip the corner or like put a little notch in the top or something like that.
Right. You know what that was for? Because then they were sold to discount stores.
Yes.
Discount stores would get them. They'd have to clip the corners because they got to sell them at a discount. Right. The ones with the punch tops sometimes were promos.
Okay.
Let's see. There's that, and I'll just look on here. Here's the album.
Yeah, that's a nice label.
There goes other stuff.
Looks to be an early printing because it's got the original, label and not some subsidiary label on top. Because the reissues, that would have been a Mercury on top, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yes,
it says Mercury right there.
Yeah, but it has the original label on the top, the original company, the independent company.
Oh, there it is.
The Lone Star.
Yeah. Now,
1978. God, that is nice.
The subsequent issues would have had Mercury on the top with production from Lone Star. So that's how you know that's probably a first printing or an early one.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Yeah.
Let's go.
That's a beaut.
Yeah. So the songs we got here is Face of a Fighter, The Shelter of Your Arms, The Ending of Understanding, Is There Something on Your Mind? And
Potentially.
Some other time.
I'll tell you some other time, fella.
Yeah, right. Oh, not right now. Some other time, okay?
That's it.
I'm busy.
Exactly. Being the face of a fighter.
And on this side B, it says, Will You Remember Mine? And, and well, Everything But You. I hope so. A moment is not very long. That's right.
That's what she's. I'm sorry.
But that doesn't go with Will You Remember Mine. Those two don't belong in the same side of the record.
It was there. Just.
Yeah, see, there you go. Blame it on the times. That's
I'm blaming it on something. It's the best tie-in. I'm blaming it on something, my friend.
Blame it on the times. That's it.
That was not accidental, Willie.
or Billy Vanilli's version.
The album itself looks pretty good.
It does. That's clean.
Yeah. Very clean.
Unlike that promo of New England's, whatever that is. I gotta clean that. God dang, that was nasty.
Like I said, that'll be an episode unto itself, the cleaning and caring.
Yes. And I was doing that while we were talking, but it wasn't on the table. It was just manual, and sometimes I don't find it does a good job.
Yeah. That's a heck of a pick.
Here we go. Get it to focus.
Boom, boom.
And
focus. It's fighting. There it goes. Oh, there it goes.
It just takes a minute.
We got Willie Nelson on guitar and vocals, Pete Wade on guitar. We got Jimmy Dade on pedal steel. I take it that's the steel guitar.
Yeah,
and we got
that's
Willie
sit-down pedal.
That's the one on the
like they sit down. It's a table.
Yeah,
lap steel. Yeah.
And we got Willie Ackerman on the drums, Ray Eddington on guitar, Bob Moore on bass, and Hargus Pig Robbins on piano.
Right. Bob Moore played with the Highwaymen when they were live. I think Pig Robbins did play piano as well. Because if you remember, H.G. Robbins was on the Johnny Cash record on piano, and he played Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Oh,
they were all the same crew of guys that used to play together, right, in Tennessee and Nashville and all that, right?
Nice.
What an ultimate tie-in.
Oh, totally. Oh, it gets even crazier.
The random gods hath delivered.
Oh, this gets crazier. Because wait till you see my rando. It all ties into everything. It's crazy.
And it says it's also available on stereo 8-track tapes.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well done, sir. Well done.
Let's see. Maiden, you're up next, I believe.
All right. So
in a couple seconds.
This ties in completely. This was the random pick. But the ballad was random because it fell out because it was next to here. I must have shown it somewhere else and put it just lazily back into my record, like the big slots, and I'll put it back in the 45 place. But anyways, this is the Carter family. So this is June Carter Cash's mother, sister, the whole kit and caboodle.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is an old one. This is on the Columbia Canadian subsidiary at Harmony Records. And you can see in the back, it has some Johnny Cash stuff there.
Yeah.
You can see it has Marty Robbins, Ray Connery, Julie Garland. So
Sammy
this
Davis.
is an old printing. The tracks on this were I Could Care Less. That'll Be the Day. Buddy Holly did that one, if you guys remember. The World Whizzing By. For Loving Me and I Walk the Line. Everybody loves I Walk the Line. These Boots Were Made for Walking. We know that one because Nancy Sinatra did that song. I'll Aggravate Your Soul. I'll Never Find Another You, and Less of Me, which ties into the earlier song of Would You Remember Mine? I don't know. The opportunity was there.
You have to seize it.
I had to shoot. Again, I know what I said. So this is the record here. It's beautiful. I'll put it on the other tables so you guys can see the label a little bit better, and we'll go through and I'll talk about that a little bit. So the Carter family was actually where June Carter's lineage comes from before she met Johnny Cash. And I don't know if you can see that a little bit better there. There.
Oh, yeah, that's coming through good.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
For Loving Me, do you remember that? That's Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
He just passed away here not too long ago. I Walk the Lines from Cash and The World Goes Whizzing By. That's a Carter song. That'll Be the Day. And You Could Care Less. Harmony, Columbia, with that old Harmony label there. And I'll flip it over. I know the light tends to bounce back, so I'll make it quick and painless so you don't all have to suffer through it. There.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
No. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's another clean looking record.
It is. It's beautiful. We picked that up at a bookstore on a trade I did for some books. And I also got Sabotage, Hall of the Mountain King.
Oh,
promo.
I was gonna say Beastie Boys, but
no, close. I did get a Beastie Boys single, but that was at another time. That was the same shop I was talking about, Tim.
Oh, okay. When you say Sabotage, that's the first thing that pops my mind.
It was running through my head up until he finished it.
I will tell you. It's if I mention this band that they are now, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. It's Sabotage, and it's Hall of the Mountain King is the name of the record. That came out in '84 during the new wave of metal and such. But Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh,
that's who they became.
Okay.
So I got that one and some other stuff. I traded in some tapes and CDs and some other stuff. I used to do a lot of wheeling and dealing back in the day. I don't anymore.
It's quite the transition for a band to go from, would you say, like early heavy metal to
Christmas music? To symphonic, whatever it is. Yeah.
Symphonic Christmas music.
Well, it was funny because this album was the first printing. It came out on root beer vinyl. So if you put it up to the light, it was actually brownish root beer color.
Huh.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I ended up selling that to a guy that was his favorite band, and he was looking for that. Apparently, it was super short printed and very hard to get. So I got a good return on it, so I'm fine with it. But
nice.
That was a cool find. I think the Carter find was just as cool.
Oh yeah, that's cool. It's funny how they all tie in together randomly, and like because we don't tell each other what we picked beforehand either.
No, that's the thing. Like there was no idea that all of this was going to tie in with everything.
And that's the beauty of the show, fellas. That's what makes it fun.
That's right.
And then here comes Zach to ruin it.
Here we go.
Now I got the Boxo 45s.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Boxo 40. Oh, interesting. Do you remember in Record Store Day a couple years ago, they would do these things called, they were the side-by-sides, right?
Yep.
You know, they would get the original song and then have somebody cover it. Well, let's play a little guessing game. I've got, first off, it's gray vinyl, but the song Gates of Steel. Anybody ringing a bell? 1980 Devo. And then it was covered on this one in 2013 by the Flaming Lips.
Huh.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
It's in like a clear silver.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those.
The emo side, and there's the Flaming Lips side.
That's cool.
Yeah, there was a cool one that was like yellow and orange that Rush did, and then Love was on the back side. It was the same when the side by sides, the splits. I love those little splitties. They're cool.
I think I've got like 5 or 6 of them. I just randomly picked them up because
back before Record Store Day was ruined by corporate greed, the Flaming Lips had a lot of really cool exclusives through Record Store Day. I remember.
I have a couple Flaming
I'm a big
Lips
fan of the Lips. Yeah, me too.
Nice.
Yeah, and the Tame Impalas too. They were some of the early like adopters of Record Store Day. Again, before it became a thing.
That's
like
awesome.
Everything else. Yeah, that's great. What a random pick.
Yeah, I think there's another one just staring up at me. I recognize it, but I can't see who it is.
I think there's 5,000 of those printed, or maybe 2,500. It's a limited.
Yeah,
print.
it wasn't. I think it was 5,000, maybe 3,000. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of them.
No, those splits. It was like 2,500, 3,000, or 5.
Yeah, those are the 3 numbers they always use for some reason.
Right on.
Yeah, they were cool. Yes, sir.
That is cool,
fellas.
Yes, indeed.
I enjoyed that. I enjoy the conversations.
As always.
Indeed.
Plus the random tie-ins.
Yeah, the tie-ins are neat because they're so random. It's the universe working its magic.
All right.
Exactly.
It is. I think it's great. And I want to say thank you to everybody that comes out and supports us and watches. I know we're getting a little bit of a fan base going here. We certainly appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it.
More to come. Lots more.
Indeed. Well, we got 2 more weeks of Ballads. 2 more episodes of Ballads.
I don't know. Punxsutawney Phil said there might be 6 more weeks of Ballads.
yeah.
Let's see, here we go. Yes, we have 2 more weeks in February, and then we go on to a new one.
To a new genre.
New genre.
Yeah.
We have not decided what the new genre is. So if you have a suggestion, leave it in the comments, and we might get to it for next month.
And if you don't want Maiden to do toilet rock, leave it in the comments.
Yes, it might be more awesome stuff. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate you, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Adios.
Peace.